For as long as I can remember, I've had this obsession with fly fishing for trout in wild places. Not all Highland streams sustain a healthy population of brown trout that will rise and take a fly with reckless abandon. Those that do, well, they are the stuff of dreams. This is the story of a perfect river on a perfect summer's day in Scotland. For me, the relationship between trout and the wilderness is a simple one. I love those wild places, far from civilization, where trout abound. And were it not for the trout, I doubt I'd ever set foot in these places. It all started here when, as a boy of 9 or 10 years old, I first hiked up into the hills behind my village and discovered painfully pretty, hand-sized trout swimming in a tiny mountain stream. And when I finally managed to catch one, well, that was it. I was hooked. So my heart's in these hills. But, as luck would have it, these days I live in a metropolitan area of 1.8 million people. Not that I'm complaining. My life in the city isn't exactly what you'd call a trout-free affair. Rusty spinner never fails, even during a caddis hatch. So the fishing right here in the city is quite good. Actually, it's really, really good. If you don't mind an encounter with the odd non-native species. It's just that when wetting a line so close to home, it can be difficult to shake off this nagging feeling that I could just as easily be at home and doing something more important. But maybe John Volker was right, and most of life's other concerns are equally unimportant and not nearly so much fun as fishing. Besides, there's this one place I've found, tucked away in a secluded valley, where time seems to move not in hours and minutes, but in eons and millennia. You won't find its name on the maps, so I've given it my own name. It's a long, long way from home. But then again, as every Scotsman knows, nothing in this world is worth doing unless it involves a degree of pain and misery. So it's early morning, driven halfway through the night to get here, and now we walk. The weather changes constantly in the hills, which is usually a bad thing. But today at least, the clouds parted, the morning's mist lifted, and the valley was bathed in glorious summer sunshine. As for the fish, well, they clearly didn't mind the change of temperature. The ancient Celts had this saying, "Heaven and earth are only 3 feet apart." But in places like this, I'm convinced that the distance is much, much shorter than that. Which makes it hard to say goodbye, particularly when the brownies are in a feeding mood. But those fishing days that begin in dreams and end dreamily always live long in the memory. Besides, trout that have been around for nearly 12,000 years probably aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
My mental gets fatter. Best protect your neck or you climb Jacob's ladder.